Hello, it is Anne Aleckson here, transformational speaker, author and direct voice channel. Now, coming to you live as always at 6 p.m. Australian time on the Spiritual Events Directory page to provide this week's channeled message and activation, but also to do a Q&A with you, to do some readings for you, to answer questions that you might have. So I look forward to welcoming you. Please, as you join us, just simply say hello. Let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're calling in from. Let me know if you joined us last week and if there was anything in last week's session that you want to comment on. Do that now. Let me know, as I said, where you're calling from. Say hello, just so that I know that you're here with us. And I am a little distracted right now because I'm just simply sharing this onto my page, which is Anne Aleckson. If you're not yet on my page, I'd love for you to come and join me over there. And you know, I share things, I share lives constantly. Hello, Anna from Sydney. First timer, great, lovely to have you here. If you have any questions about what we're doing or about what I do, let me know. Hi, Samantha. Hello, Sandra. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. I'm just going to share this very quickly into my group, which is called Be the Change to See the Change. Now, that is a group for change makers, people who are here to create change in the world and who have something to add. And that is, of course, every single one of you. So, Sandra, you're from Logan. Fantastic. I'm just over the other side of town. Rebecca, hello. We love first timers. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about what I do, read the post, because there's a little bit of an explanation there, but read the post. And if you have any questions about me, just let me know. Who else have we got here? We've got a couple of Sandras. That's interesting, isn't it? My sister's name's Sandra as well. Fantastic. All right, I'm just going to catch up with the comments here. As I said, we're just getting started. So here's how I run things. Well, let me say, first of all, my name's Anne Aleckson. It's an absolute pleasure to be here in front of you. I'm a transformational speaker, an author, and a direct voice channel. You might notice that my voice is going a bit funny. I actually have been having some symptoms today of what might be a flu or a cold, but it won't come. This happens from time to time, as I'm sure it does for you, what people call ascension symptoms. So I might sound a bit funny this evening, but nevertheless, let me continue. I am actually the direct voice channel for a non-physical stream of consciousness group or guidance group that is called All That Is. And when we speak together, they're the non-physical and I'm the physical, we come together. When we do that, the words that we speak create transformation within your frequency through the words that we use and through the vibration of the words that we use. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you get something from this experience. Well, I know that you will, absolutely. Otherwise, you would not be here, isn't that right? Because you're the creator of your reality. And if you've chosen to be here in this moment, in this experience, then you're part of the creation of it. All That Is often says through me that, and I totally agree, of course, that the people that come to us for healing or for guidance or for anything at all are the ones that are creating the experience. It gets created through me, but not by me. It gets created through the non-physical, through my physical form, by the person who's here, or by you guys who are here in the audience today. Hello, Linda, lovely to see you. Please, when you join us, let us know where you're calling from. Sorry, I used to do a radio show. Let us know where you're watching from. And let me know if you have watched the show before, or if you are a first timer. I'd love to know that, of course. And I'm just quickly running through what happens in these moments. So we spend the first, if you're watching on the replay, probably the first 10 minutes are just greeting and saying hello and getting prepared. Once we hit the 10-minute mark, which is in another 5 minutes, or sooner if I feel like it, once we hit that mark, we're going to bring through a message for you that will aid you in lifting up your frequency. Hi, Linda from New Zealand. Love it. Rebecca's in Brisbane, as am I. And Linda, of course, you're on the Sunshine Coast. I know that. Linda has just said, what are you talking about? Well, I'm just going through that now. I am going to bring through a message from all that is, from the non-physical aspects of me that channel through me. And then, so we'll bring through a message, we'll do a process together for that. And then I'm going to simply open up to do any answers to your questions. So if you have questions. Now, let me just give you some guidelines for the questions. We really love for you to pinpoint what area you want guidance on, because when you say to us, you know, what guidance can you give me, or what do the guides want to tell me, what we often find is that we go to a place where you don't want to go. We go into a different area of your life where you know, perhaps we're feeling that this is where the work is most needed. But if you have an idea that you actually want guidance on a particular other area, you must ask for that. Otherwise, we will more than likely go to the thing that's most pressing, not the thing that's that you think is most pressing. That's not to say that you know less or anything like that. What we're saying is that if you want it to be specific guidance around a specific area, then you need to ask a specific question. Linda, I am psychic, but now that okay, so let me explain a little bit further. Hello, Karen from Shell Harbour. Lovely to see you. And Gail from Brisbane. Thanks for joining us. So I am predominantly a direct voice channel, which means that I have the ability to step my consciousness aside a little bit and allow non-physical to speak through me and to use my voice. And when they're doing that, they affect your vibrational frequency. So they uplift your vibration. They do repair work in your vibrational field through the words that we speak. Now, when I'm in that state, I'm psychic and I'm also a medium. So sometimes, I don't know any other way to put it. I think there's a polite way to put it, but I don't know how to say it. Sometimes a dead person will come through for someone, but because that's not a focus for me, I'm aware that they're there, and sometimes I'll share something that they're saying, but it's not a mediumship thing. I have that ability and it's there. I also am psychic, and again, I have a very clear directive from the guidance groups that I work with that I'm not to foretell the future for people. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what they're here for. We're here to step you towards your full and complete self-empowerment. So this is about you becoming the creator of your reality, you deciding what the heck it is that you want to be living and experiencing, and we'll help you to say, well, this is where you are, this is where you want to go, this is how you get there. So we'll provide stuff for you to do in order to become that which you wish to create into the world. So my thing and the group that I work with, it's really all about becoming the change that you want to see in the world, or becoming the change that you want to have in your own life, becoming that, embodying that and becoming it. So there's just a few little guidelines and things. I don't know what fantails are, Linda, except that I know that they're a chocolate. I don't know if they're still around, but there used to be chocolates called fantails. If I were you, I would actually ask that fantail, if it comes in again, ask what's the message. Oh, hello, Sue from Beach Bear. Just up the road, really. So, okay. Let us get started. So I'm just catching up with all the comments. Just want to make sure Oh, it's a little bird. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yes, I do know what they are. Little fan. Yes, of course I do. Of course I do. Gosh, it's been a while since I've seen one of those birds. It's actually been a while since I've even heard of them. Wow. So yes, I do know, and they usually come in pairs, don't they? There's something in that for you, Linda. They usually, or at least I've always experienced them as being with other birds of a feather, so to speak. Interesting. Other birds of a feather. So Linda, the message that it's giving you is, now I don't know if you're in a relationship at the moment, but it feels like it's something about a new relationship coming in. That there's some sort of new relationship coming in for you. But let's get on with what we're doing. Willy wagtails, is that what? Yes, okay. That's what I'm thinking about. Anna, I appreciate your question, saying that you'd love a message. And here's how it goes with us. So we're going to share a message right at the beginning. And we know that every single person that's gathered here has gathered because their question, whether they ask it or not, will be answered. So unless you ask a specific question, we might not necessarily answer that for you, but please understand that whatever your question really is that you're not voicing, or whatever it is that you're looking for, whatever words you need to hear, that will come through for you. Because what we're doing right now is gathering all of the energy together. So it's 12 past, so let's get started. Let's really get started here. So what I'd like to invite you to do, hello Patty from Melbourne. All right, beautiful. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is just focus in on my voice, come into this moment in time. Close your eyes if you feel to do so. Of course, if you're not driving, we would hate to have you driving with your eyes closed, although your protection is with you, because right in this moment, we're feeling it all coming in. All of your guides, all of your angels, all of your guardians, so to speak, all of those beings who are here to help you to become all that you're here to be, to step into your greatness, are coming in now, are being present with you now. They're filling this room up, certainly, and I can feel them coming in to you as well. And so I want you to focus in on my voice. I just want you to focus in on my voice. There's nothing in the world more important right now than you being fully in this moment, right here and right now. There's nothing more important than that. This is your time. This is your time. We just want you to breathe and relax and come into this moment as we invite all of your non-physical aspects to join you. Now, we operate only from the highest good, so please be assured that if you are here present with us, and if you are here in the non-physical present with us, then you are only, of course, for the highest good of all present as we come together collectively. Just breathe and relax and allow yourself to start to feel that energy around you. Those non-physical aspects of you that are connected to all that is, that are connected to source, that are connected to the Akash, that are connected to your guides, guardians and angels, that are connected to God. Just allow yourself to connect back into that flow. Feel that? Beautiful. And so we remind you, as we do every time we come in connection with you, that you are the physical manifestation of the non-physical. You are the physical manifestation of the non-physical. And the most important thing we need to say to you gathered here today is that as the physical manifestation of the non-physical, we cannot do this without you. In other words, there are many of you calling out to the non-physical, calling out to God, to source, to guides, angels, all of the non-physical, calling out to your higher self and to your soul self to please change your life, to change something on this planet, whether it's for your own life, your community, or for indeed the world. We hear your call, and yet we want you to understand that we cannot do anything about it without your cooperation, without you understanding the importance of you as the physical being. The physical being is the one who will change the world, not something off the world. In other words, not the non-physical, because the non-physical cannot physically do anything in this world. That's your job. You made a deal with your non-physical aspects that you would come forward. You were the bravest of the lot, that you would come forward and you would take the action when the time came, and the time has come. It is now. And the thing that you need to do more than anything else is to start to understand the importance of this being and the importance of loving this being completely, utterly, unconditionally, and totally. In other words, what we're saying to you is heal thyself, do the inner work, get yourself where you wish to be, and then you can go out there and change the other parts of the world that you're wishing to change, or that you're wishing that some great force will come down from the ethers and save the planet. No, 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 no. That's why you're here. We will act through you, but we will not act without you. We cannot. And it is your desire for change that creates the change, first within you and then in the outer world. And by that we mean the outer planet, but also the outer world of your world. In other words, those things that are going on around you, those things that are going on around you that perhaps you're looking at and saying they're going wrong. We want you to understand they're going wrong so that you become more, so that you can change those things within yourself, then change them without. We cannot stress this enough. You will feel the emotion of what we're saying to you. You will feel the strength of the energy that we're pouring through this one in order to say this to you. Because if we could, we would reach out and slap you across the face with the greatest love and compassion of all. But it's time now for you to be more than you've ever been before. We know you've been thinking about it, wanting, desiring, asking the universe to provide for you. And the universe is providing for you, but you're not receiving. You're not receiving, and you're not receiving because you don't understand the significance of the human being that you be. You don't understand your importance in the equation, you see. You are the most important part, and yet you put the universe above yourself. You put everything above yourself, and we want you to put yourself at least on an equal footing. Instead of having the universe on the platform, we want you to climb up there with the universe and become one with it. Recognize that you are the physical manifestation of the universe. And so therefore, whatever you're asking the universe for, you must give to yourself. We are done for now. For now, we will be here present, of course, and we will now answer your questions. Thank you. Sorry, I got a big burp. Linda, I don't get names, and that's because I haven't trained as a medium, because I have no interest in it. You know, sometimes I'll be able to say to someone that that it feels like a grandmother type figure, or you know, something like that, or give them something that will indicate to them. You know, one time I think I had a rose smell come in, and so I mentioned that, and the person I was doing a reading for, doing a session with, said to me, oh, my grandmother lived on a rose farm or some such thing. So not necessarily names, because again, that's not my directive. My directive here from my guides, from my non-physical aspects, is to provide guidance and insight that will help you to step into your greatness, to recognize who you really are. So that's what we do. Lee Daniels, thank you so much for tagging your friend in. I gather they might want to. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so we're opening to questions now. And the first one that I see is Teresa Scott. Heading home, love the message. Thank you so much. I have a blockage with stepping forward into my highest potential and health. What am I missing? Exactly what we've just been talking about, dear one. You are missing that next level. We don't even want to use the word self-love because it doesn't quite convey what we're speaking about. We want you to fall in love with yourself. We want you to become unconditional about yourself. In other words, accept everything that's happening within you. Forgive everything that's happening within you. Just completely be unconditional about what's going on within you. And love yourself from that place. Love yourself through everything that appears to be going wrong. Love yourself through everything that appears to be going right. Love yourself despite what you believe your flaws to be. This is exactly what we are talking about. And it's no surprise that you felt this strongly, because we are here to answer this question for many of you right now. What you're missing is the unconditional love of self. The total acceptance of whatever's happening in my world right now must have to happen, otherwise it would not be happening, because the world doesn't work like that. The universe does not work like that. You, as the physical manifestation of the universe, does not work like that. You cannot get it wrong. Everything is as it should be. And the minute you accept that and forgive yourself for thinking otherwise, you will start to heal again, you see, and start to remember your greatness and start to be who you came here to be, as a world changer. We guarantee you. Now, we are saying world, we could be talking about your personal world, or we could be talking about the greater world. Each and every one of you has come to change the world through, first of all, changing yourself. And the way to do that is to step into this unconditional love of self, because you know yourself as the universe, because you know your power. So if you don't know those things, then that's the job to do, to get to know those things, to truly embody them, to embed them within every cell in your being. Of course, we are working with you to do some of that here in this moment, but we can only take you so far in such a tiny moment. And yet, you know, the growth will continue from this moment. You get to make the journey that you're going to take. But we want to say to you, follow your intuition, follow your intuition, follow your intuition. It is the voice of the universe telling you what to do next. And so many of you question it because you don't love yourself. So you don't trust yourself. So you don't trust the guidance that is coming through. Here's the fact. You are the physical manifestation of the universe. And every single time you ask, all of your non-physical aspects that you might call the universe come rushing to serve you. That's how powerful you are. That's how powerful you are. Whew. Rebecca, bawling your eyes out, darling. I'm so sorry to do that to you, but I know what you were talking about. This energy that's coming through is incredibly strong. There's more than one of you on this call who has been calling out for this answer, whatever you're receiving. Linda, good morning. You must be somewhere else other than Australia. Lovely to see you here. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Oh, I need to take some water. As I mentioned at the beginning, that I've been getting the beginnings of a little bit of a cold. I know it won't ever happen because it comes, you know, I have this often. A cold will try to get me and I can't. But it's making me very thirsty. Linda, I'm going to come back to you, okay? Linda Palais. Linda, I'm going to come back to you. Now, Linda Whitley McDonald, I feel like I get stopped from doing things. Linda, the only person that could possibly stop you is you. You are the physical manifestation of the non-physical. If you're asking for things to change and they're not changing, it's because you're not receiving those things. In other words, you're not receiving the guidance, you're not hearing the guidance, you're not receiving the opportunities, the resources, the people, the knowledge, whatever it is that you're asking for in order to have that change. You haven't created a container to catch it in, so to speak. That's a very simplistic way of putting it, but it's true, right? We want to go back to ask, believe, receive. So you're asking. If you don't believe, then of course you can't hear the answer. But if you do believe, but you don't have somewhere to receive it into, if you haven't created boundaries, if you haven't set some standards for your world and your life, and you're not, and if you have set them, but you're letting people, but you're stomping all over them all the time, then that's stuff that you might want to look at cleaning up. But if you're the physical manifestation of the non-physical, meaning the universe, who you're probably asking for to help you with the change, or God even, if you're the physical manifestation of God, then you're the one stopping whatever you're trying to create. Ask yourself, perhaps do some journaling. Why am I, this is the kind of life that I want to be living, so why am I not choosing this? And if you journal on that question, why am I not choosing this, take the responsibility for it and say, why am I not creating it? You'll find the beliefs that you have that don't allow you to create it will show up in your journaling. So Linda, I hope that helps. Sandra Williams. Okay, so I think I shared last week about the fact that I've been through quite a few good years, quite a few years, in fact 10 years. A good 10 years I spent doing the same sort of thing that you're saying here, perhaps for a different reason, but getting myself to the point of homelessness and then having to do something drastic to change that. And I did it 3 times, right? So I'm a bit of a slow learner. And we can be a bit of a slow learner, but I guarantee that this, I'm not going to guarantee anything. What I mean to say is that what we've just been talking about this, you have to truly step into this love of self, this total self-responsibility, total self-acceptance, total forgiveness, total releasing of any shame that you have within you. And then you can start to create the world that you want, because you will allow yourself to have it. Right now, you're not allowing yourself to have it. So why are you not allowing yourself to have it? That can be so many different reasons. So let me just, I mentioned shame, Sandra. Now, I'm not going to go into that conversation with you in this public space, but I feel like, you know, shame, we can sometimes hold shame in our body because of a trauma that happened to us that made us feel ashamed, or that people shamed us for. And so we then bring that shame into ourselves. Oh, Sandra, I just want to, I actually want to right now, I don't know what they're doing, but I can feel there's some energy shifting here. So Sandra Williams, I just want you to breathe and relax. Okay. All right, so we've started some stuff there, Sandra. This is going to come up for you. You're going to be able to figure out what it is. But it feels to me like it's something around being ashamed or being shamed, or some trauma that happened, and you took that on yourself. You blamed yourself for it, and so you had shame around it. So we've started. Oh. And now, Sandra, I've got really strong goosebumps. I suspect you're feeling something here. I can't look at the comments, so if you're putting anything and I can't see it. But there's just an overwhelming energy around you right now of just this unconditional love that we're talking about. It's right there for you. All of your non-physical aspects, which can include your past feminine relatives for some reason, they're all just, they're right there pouring their hearts out at you right now, helping you to heal this, because it feels like it might be a feminine female trauma, a trauma that's been throughout the feminine side of your family for many generations. Wow, I can actually see three generations back right now. I can see them right here beside me, right over here. Wow. So they're with you right now. They're here right now, working in your energy field to help you heal this so that it doesn't continue. It shouldn't continue. It has no right to continue because it is not truth. And it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go and stop holding that shame or that self-judgment around it. Whew. Rebecca, absolutely. And so the messages we've been sharing, so Rebecca's just saying that she sabotages herself. We've all done it. We spend most of our lives doing it. So the message that we're sharing here is absolutely a message for you as well. This is not about, I know, yes, you give yourself everything that you deserve, but there's something that you're holding back. There's something that you're holding back. There's some part of you, I can feel it right here in my gut. Right now, it's like this little box that's locked that you don't want to confront. You don't want to open the box, because maybe if you open the box, you might see something that you don't want to see. You might feel something that you don't want to feel. Well, you need to feel this. You need to feel it. You need to allow yourself to feel this. Rebecca, just take a breath in for me. We're just clearing that out for you. Now, I wouldn't be surprised in the next couple of days if you don't have a memory come up around this thing, this feeling that's inside you, just so that you are aware of what it is, if you're not already experiencing that. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Linda Gorton. Tricia, I know this isn't going to satisfy you. Tricia Matthews has said, why did he do it? And, you know, we really just want to ask you to ask yourself, why did I do it? Why did I receive that? Why did I need that to happen? What's it leading me towards? What has it gifted me? I know you're frustrated with what I'm saying. I know you are. I can feel it. However, he is simply the bearer of the news that you want, so to speak. That's a weird way to put it. I don't know why I put it like that. But what I mean by that is that he is showing you something within you that wants to be changed so that you can be more than you currently are being. Yes? Thank you. Anne-Marie, good evening to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Whew, I've got some yeses around here. I'm not quite sure what for, but I assume that it's because you're receiving something that you are appreciating, and I love that. Thank you so much. Stephanie, this is brimful of guidance. You might not have heard when I said that we work very carefully before the live to make sure that everyone who joins us here will receive the answer to their question, whether they ask the question or not. So keep your ears open and go back and watch the replay. We're halfway through, so you can go back and watch the last 20 minutes if you just got here. And you will absolutely receive what you came here for. I know that without a doubt. Hello, Wendy. Caroline, hello. Lovely to see you. Linda McDonald Whitley McDonald is just saying, I'm wondering if my health is okay. To me, it feels like it's okay, but it also feels like there's a potential for something there. And again, where your body's actually saying, do you want me or not? 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 You get to make the choice. You get to make the choice. Do you want to be healthy? Then choose to be healthy. But there's a potential there for something. And so what we would do and what we're doing is lift your vibration, just to ratchet it up a little bit, so to speak, ratchet it up, 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 raise your vibration. Bring your energy to a place where there is nothing that is not healed, and sit there and try to stay there. Stay there as long as you need to. And allow yourself to see what's creating this within you. Of course, because we are in the theme of self-love, what's creating it within you is a belief that you're not enough, that there's something about you that isn't enough. So just let that go. Maria's saying, I love a message. Again, I think I've addressed that. So I'll, Maria, if you have a specific question, I'd love to answer that for you. Otherwise, if you're just looking for a general guidance, we've provided that well and truly, and we'll continue to provide it. You will receive what you came here to receive. Ah, oh, Joanne, so you tuned in, you see how it happens, right? So Joanne has just said, I feel this could be my nan, my mum, and my daughter. And so when I say that I know that you'll receive whatever you're looking for, that's because you're all perfectly gathered here because you're asking the same questions and you're seeking the same guidance or visit or any of those sorts of things. Okay. Whew, so many things to, so many questions and things. So let me just scroll. Thank you so much for the hearts. I'm not quite sure who they're coming from, but I really, really appreciate it. Just simply shows me that you're here with me and that I am providing something that you're enjoying. Okay. That's lovely, Tracy Vock. Learn, grow, live, and love. Absolutely. Thank you. Oh, Karen McAllister. Okay, I'm going to now completely change what I go against what I've just said with regards to if you want a question answered, give me a specific question. But Karen has said I would love a message if drawn, and I immediately felt that I needed to pull a card for you. This is the Money Flow Oracle card deck, and on these cards there's just one. Isn't that interesting? On these cards there's just one word, and I then ask the card what it wants to say to you. You know what's interesting for all of us, that this is the card that was on top when I went to show you the cards. Self-love, it says. But Karen, this is the card for you. It's the beautiful card. It's the Transform card. So I'm just going to simply close my eyes and ask the card, the Money Muse, as I like to call it. What's the message for Karen around transform, transform, transform? Yeah, Karen, you're going through some huge changes at the moment. I don't know if you know it. Oh, well, you probably do, because most of us feel it, don't we? We know when we're going through some shift. You're going through a shift at the moment. We really want to encourage you to take some time off, to have some me time, not just this moment, but actually have some proper me time where it's just you reading a book that isn't to do with the industry that you work in or the work that you do or the entrepreneurship or any of those sorts of things. Read a book, have a bath, just do something for you. Take some time for yourself to assist the transformation that's moving through you. That's already happening. Just take some time, relax, let it work its way through. All right? So there you go. So even though I said I wasn't going to give messages for non-specific questions, I've just done so. That's what I love about this, is that I don't know what I'm doing. I just let it happen. Cynthia Donato, hello. So many challenges with my new workplace. Could I please have some guidance? Absolutely. Immediately, Cynthia, I see myself standing at the opening for your office, the doors of your office. And I feel like I need to say to you, you're not happy about having to be there. And that might be because you started there full of excitement for it and then something happened and so you lost your enthusiasm and excitement, or it might simply be because it's not really where you want to be, because you know it's not your purpose. Now, what I see as I'm standing here in front of those doors that open to let you into that workspace is that as you approach those doors, your vibration comes down. And your vibration comes down because you're expecting a certain thing to happen in that. Perhaps it's because you can't be yourself with those people, not truly your authentic self. What we want to encourage you to do, what I want to tell you to do, is to, as you get out of the car or get off the bus or start walking towards that entrance, we want you to drop down into your heart space. Bring in all the joy you can feel. Bring in all the appreciation. Bring in all the abundance. In other words, just simply say to yourself, wow, Look at all of these beautiful people smiling at me today. Isn't it wonderful? The world is so good. Look at all these trees and the abundance of leaves that they have. The world is abundant. We know you're getting the message. We want you to do that in order to open up your heart and for you to walk into that space, that workspace, with an open heart and seeing through the eyes of love, seeing through the eyes of your heart, and it will change everything. And of course, once you walk through the doors, if something happens and you drop back down, we want you to remember, that's right, I don't do that anymore. Take a moment, take a breath, go to the ladies' room, whatever you need to do, or the men's room, wherever it is that you go. Take a moment, even if it's just to go and get a cup of coffee. Take a moment and come back into that space. Have an open heart and look through the eyes of your heart, or through the eyes of love, or through the eyes of source, as our friend Abraham says. And it will all change for you. What you look at, as my mentor, Wayne Dyer, said, or one of my mentors, what you look at, change the way you look at things, and the things that you look at will change. It is absolute truth, but it's a journey to get there. It's a journey to get there, a journey of raising your vibration, a journey of noticing that you've let your vibration go and raising it again. What we call minding your own vibration. It's the number one priority. Now, we're not saying bypass any bad feelings. We're simply saying continue to raise your vibration and be willing to look at what comes up for you around that. All right, perfect. Let me just run through. Lee, we feel like that answer about work is also for you. Oh, Linda, thank you. I'm not quite sure what that's for, but thank you. I appreciate that. Anna, we shared a message a moment ago about health that would be very helpful to you as well. Now, we want to also say this to you. Would you please send me a personal message? I'm going to send you something that I'd like for you to have. It's a guided meditation. I want to send it to you. It's around healing. It's about getting your cells in line with your desire for better health. I want to send it to you, okay? So, Anna Gomez Abero, I'm not sure that I've said that right, but I'm phonetically speaking it. Please send me a personal message on my page, not Spiritual Events Directory page, but my page at Anne Aleckson. And remind me that I'm going to send you a guided meditation for healing, okay? That's for you. And I won't remember because I'm kind of in two minds right now. So you must send me the message to remind me. Otherwise, I will completely forget. And if you're waiting for me to take action, this is about you taking the action to receive it from me. Allow yourself to receive it, okay? Okay, just keep going. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate your feedback. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Linda's off to get some tea. Lovely. I'm presuming you mean a dinner meal, not a cup of tea. So I guess I'm a little bit, well, I'm not English at all in any way, shape, or way, shape, or form. But you know, I'm an Australian who grew up in private girls' boarding schools, so that's what that's all about for me. All right, so let me just, if anybody else, we've still got 15 minutes. If anybody has a question, Anne-Marie Wills, you've just said I need guidance. Tell me what you need guidance on, and let's get to it. As I said, I can provide you with guidance, and I've been doing through the whole last 40 minutes. But oftentimes, what you as a human being wants guidance on isn't what your non-physical aspects want you to receive guidance on. And I only go by that. So if you want something specific, on something specific so that I could tune into it and bring through just that guidance that you're seeking, not the guidance that you might need but you're not seeking. And it's all right to do that, by the way. You're the one in control. You can make that choice. So ask a specific question and we will absolutely talk to you. Yes, I know, Linda, of course. All right. Okay. if you have a specific thing that you'd like some guidance on, please ask. Darls AB. Hey, Darls. So, you asked for any guidance in moving interstate, please. And so what we really, really, really want to do here is not say to you, yes, do it, or no, do not do it. Because the fact of the matter is that you could leave us this evening and something could change in your world, that the guidance that we give you around yes or no is no longer relevant to you. So what we want to say to you is this: we're here to assist your ascension or evolution into your greater self. And your greater self is someone who is the creator of their own reality. Now, perhaps the reason that you are seeking yes or no answers on this, and we're assuming that you're asking a yes or no answer, you want to know, should I or shouldn't I? Well, the fact of the matter is you're only asking that question because you don't want to make the decision, because you don't want to get it wrong. The fact of the matter is that you cannot get it wrong. You make a decision, you go with it, and then if you need to change it, you change it. We want to encourage you to lighten up around decision making, to lighten up and know that whatever step you take is the right step, because you wouldn't take it if it wasn't the right step. You cannot get it wrong. You are the physical manifestation of the non-physical that you're always asking for guidance and help from. It is simply another aspect of you. Own that and then make your decisions from that. Trust yourself is what we're saying. Trust yourself by trusting the universe, because the universe is simply the non-physical aspect of you. And the following, the Hein Thompson, same answer for you. It's time for you to truly understand that you are the physical manifestation of the non-physical. That non-physical energy, those guides, those angelics, those gods, those universes that you ask for help from, that you are asking to provide you with an answer from, they are simply different aspects of you. The reason you're not receiving the answer is because you are not trusting yourself, and you're not allowing yourself to become the creator of your reality. Every single one of you is here in this moment because you're here to create, you're here to become, to embody your creator self, so that you might ascend into the next level of humanity, what some call Homo spiritus. In other words, the light worker walking in a human body on this earth, creating change in everyone around them, just as your biblical friend Jesus did. Walked in his highest vibration, and in doing so, he raised everyone to his vibration, because he was the strongest vibration in the room, so to speak. In other words, he knew who he was, the Son of God. And it's time for you to know that as well. Now, we're not saying you're Jesus. Please understand. We are simply saying that you are a physical manifestation of that same stream of consciousness. Thank you. I need some water. Maria, this is really interesting, because immediately I'm kind of struck by the fact that you're Joey, I don't know why I want to call him Joey, but Joey doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know who he is. He feels lost. He knows that, he doesn't know consciously, but there's some part of him that knows that he's here to be something wonderful. And because he's not being something wonderful at the level that he can be, he's in this expression, this frequency, this vibration of self-disappointment and self-judgment. Now, we think the thing to do is to and we know you do this already, but we think the thing to do is to throw all of your love at him. Now, we know that sounds funny, but what we're simply saying to you is, tell him how wonderful he is over and 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 over again. I was trying to stop saying over then, but I couldn't. What we want you to do is every time you look at him through the eyes of love. In other words, look at him as who he truly is, a magnificent creator of his own reality. Look at him through the eyes of love and have him look into your eyes if that's at all possible. Be sure that he's always looking into your eyes, because one day, as he sees the love pouring out of your eyes, now this is next level unconditional love that will be pouring out of you. As he sees that, he will remember who he really is, and he'll come back to himself. He will light up. You will see it in his eyes. He will light up. I hope that helps. So, straight answer for that one, even though I'm saying I'm not going to give straight answers, but I feel it's a yes to that question. Yes, I will. Okay. Hello, Kim from Paradise Point. Lovely to see you. Hello, Donna. So good to see you too. Oh, thank you so much, Linda. I love all the energy that we're all creating here together. Elsie, I'm going to say yes to you as well. Now, obviously, something's happened here. The asking must be far greater than my desire to not provide yes or no answers, because all of a sudden I'm immediately receiving yes and no answers. So I'm just going to pop those out for you, okay? But Elsie May, yes, you will be moving house, okay? But here's what we want to encourage you to do. We want you to decide where you want to move to. We want you to decide what you want it to look like. More importantly, we want you to decide what it feels like and who's there with you and how they're treating you and how you're treating them and all of these sorts of things. Step into the future of it and then say, I'm ready, and allow it to manifest. Thank you. Thanks, Darls. My pleasure. And Marie Wills, if I had to say what it was, I would say it is self-judgment. It's not a being, it's not a person, it's not a negative entity or any of those sorts of things. We don't have that in this space at this moment. But for me, I'm doing it on the right side, but you said it's on the left side. It is, it's almost like there's a persona within you that's just stepped out for a moment because of the vibration that you're currently in. And it's a persona of self-judgment. There's some self-judgment there around something. Again, I'm feeling like it's almost a self-judgment, as in I'm not good enough at something. Whatever it is that you're currently feeling around that, let it go. Just let it go. Let it drop. It's already outside of you. Don't let it back in. And you do that by maintaining the vibration that you're currently in and saying to yourself, I am enough. I am enough. That's all there is to it. It's just my brain that thinks I'm not because of something that happened to me at some point in my life. But I am enough. I am enough. If you weren't enough, you wouldn't be here. Annie Frangipani, God, I love that. Will you get a job soon? Look, I feel like you will, but it won't be a full-time job. It won't be as much as you want it to be. So it might be an offer that comes for something part-time or something less hours than you're needing. And I'm going to use the word needing, not wanting, because it feels like a need to me. So, yeah, there will be something, but it just won't be what you want. But it will be a stepping stone to what you want, okay? Deborah, hello. Thank you so much. I love your energy as well. And I want to say this to you. It's actually going to be a great opening for you when you do move, okay? I can't say when that's going to be or anything like that, but yes, at some point you're going to have to move. But let me tell you, you're going to, it's almost like by moving, you move into Interesting. Where you move to, there is a different vortex that you're going to step into. Things will start to change. Things will start to, you'll start to receive all of the things that are currently right now, as I can feel them sitting around you. All those things that you've been asking for, all that money, all of that income, all of that job, all of that love, all of that. There's a car, all sorts of things. They're just waiting around you, but you're not in the right place for it. So this forced move, and it feels like it's going to be forced. In other words, you don't think you want it, but I'm telling you, it will be of great benefit to you. Okay? All right. My pleasure. Hein, thank you. Donna, darling, it's not him that you're waiting for. It's the way he made you feel when he made you feel good, which wasn't all the time. Let's be honest. It's the feeling that you felt about yourself in his presence when things were great, okay? So go back to that feeling, find that feeling, pull that feeling in by imagining that you're in that in a particular great moment with him, perhaps when you're in the middle of making love, or just on the verge of climax, so to speak. Well, not so to speak, we are speaking of it. Allow yourself to feel the energy of that. Allow yourself to feel that right now, because that's what you're seeking, not him. That's the feeling. And it doesn't matter what it comes packaged in. It's not the package that you're looking for, it's the feeling. Allow yourself to have that feeling without the package, and you will find that you receive a new package. Whether it's him dressed up in a different way or whether it's a completely new package is irrelevant. It's the feeling that you're seeking, the feeling about yourself that you're seeking. Getting very hot. Hi, Trish. Thanks for joining us. Okay, I'm just shooting back up to something else because I want to see the context of something that I could see. Okay, that's what I thought it was here, Maria, yes. He's with someone the entire family doesn't approve of. Of course he is, because he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know what he deserves right now. So what we're saying to you to do will help with that, okay? It's whoever, Trish, I think it is, sending me funny, sad faces and things like that. I know that I assume that everyone wants to give me hearts and smiley faces. So even if I see those, I see them as hearts and smiley faces. But thank you for letting me know. Okay. God, Maria, see, I'm reading your comments as I've said the things that I've said, and that's exactly what I've seen, you see. Right, beautiful. So just keep pouring your love on him. Whether he's in your space or not, pour it towards him. Always see him through the eyes of love. Don't let yourself not see that. Always see him through the eyes of love, and he'll remember who he is. He'll remember what he deserves, and he will start walking towards that. Okay. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Elsie. My pleasure. We've just got a couple of minutes to go, so I'm just going to thank you, Annie Frangipani. God, I just love that name. Frangipanis. I grew up in Papua New Guinea, and like they're everywhere, and I just love Frangipanis. Melissa, and yes, there's lots of change going on at the moment. We're all kind of stepping into something that we've never stepped into before, and so that's what you're feeling. Lots of change coming, because again, when you ask, it is given. Ask, believe, receive. Now, all of us are asking for change constantly. We want more. We want something better. We want to feel better. We want to be better. And so when you ask, it is given. That's a truth. And so, of course, when you're asking for more, you must become more in order to receive it. So, yes, that's change that you're feeling. Absolutely. Thank you, Maria. He feels beautiful, by the way. He really does. Just lost. That's all. But, yeah. You need to step away, Maria, continuing the conversation. Step away from judging her. Really step away from that. We want you to just put your focus on him and looking at him through the eyes of love. So take your focus and take away any judgment about her, because you can't look at him through the eyes of love when you're judging his choices, okay? Just a little tip for you. Oh, I'm glad I make you smile, Deborah. Thank you. Yeah, Maria, again, I'm just reading through your comments. My darlings, it is 7 o'clock. I've had so much fun. I'm like a puddle of sweat right now, even though it's not that hot, but the energy and everything. I just want to close off by saying, oh, I promised that I was going to share something special. Completely forgot. Let me do that for you, for anyone who's still here. So, I've, you know, we're all going through change, aren't we? And I'm just the same as you. I go through changes and I move up to the next level in the work that I'm doing. As I allow myself to love myself enough, basically, I step into the next level of the work that I'm here to do in the world. And I love what I do in the world. And when I find out that there's more, I'm just like, whoa, could it be any better? And it can, for all of us. So something that I've recently stepped into is this recognition that, and it's been an experience that's happening through me in private client work, where I can very, very quickly, within a matter of minutes, pull out of you the main block that you're having right now, whether it's around money or relationships, love, business, environment, you know, your inner work or anything like that. Pull that out of you and very quickly activate within you something that needs to be activated. It takes a matter of minutes, and I just thought it would be really lovely because I've got some time free tomorrow and Saturday. I had something that was on that I've cancelled that I didn't want to participate in. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to use that time, and I'm going to use tonight to invite those of you who watch the live show to book a wee little session with me at a really, really low price, really discounted price, okay? I'm talking under $50, right? We'll get together for 15, 20 minutes and we'll just have a very quick conversation. I will say to you what's going on with you and what's the issue. And then I'm going to just straight away go into a light trance, and the guides will come through and do the work with you. You'll feel it. I'll stand up because apparently now I need to stand up when I do that sort of work where I never did before. And we'll do that with you just to get you shifted into the next thing for you, which is totally unique to you, by the way. We all shift at the same time, but we shift into different things depending on what we've been doing up till now. So if you're interested in getting the information about that, I don't even know yet how much I'm going to charge, but I've just said under 50. So let me know if you're interested in that. Just type into the comments, give me a session, okay? And I'll send you a message at some point tomorrow with a link to get yourself booked in. And also I'll tell you the price and all of those sorts of things. But basically it's a very quick session. It's really, really quick. We're going to go into your energy field. We're going to release something that's a big block for you. It might be a block that you're aware of, but it might also not be. It might be something totally different that you haven't yet seen, which is often the case with us. And then we're going to activate within you the thing that you need to have activated so you can start stepping into the next level you. Okay, so just pop in the comments either now or when we're finished. You know, give me a session or tell me about the session, or I want to know about that or something like that. I wish I was really organised and I could actually know what I'm trying to say. Put something in there to let me know that you want to know about it, and I will let you know about it. How about we just leave it at that? Yeah, Maria, okay, great. I'm just looking through, yep. Thank you so much, Maria, of course. You've blessed yourself, understand that. Every one of you understand yourself. If you receive something here, it's because you asked. And because you're such a magnificent beast, you received what you asked for. That's how it happens. Truly, you need to understand that. You need to get that. That's how it happens. You ask and it is given. All right. Okay, beautiful. I am so finished. I'll let you go now. Thank you so much for joining me. Come back every Thursday night at the same time. I'd love to see you again. And connect with me on my page or connect with me on my profile. Go and have a look at my website if you feel to do so. Join me in my membership program, which is monthly activations that I do, or just in any way, shape or form, be in the energy of love with me, essentially. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.